What is up, guys and dolls? My name's LeakyTapsMan, aka Mr. Still Sleeps in his Power Rangers pajamas. Okay, got my 7th this week in gaming. God, this is flying by. I can't believe I'm up to 7 already. So, I'll tell you about what is going on in the world of games and origami. No, just games. Maybe origami someday, but not now. Okay, let's get cracking. Tony Hawk's HD has been announced. This isn't just a HD collection in the standard sense that they'll re-release the first few games like they have done with the PS2 titles. This is actually kind of a merging of the very first two titles, so Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. They're taking the best levels from that and they're remaking them with decent graphics, which I'm kind of psyched about because I absolutely love Tony Hawk's on the PS1. I'm not a big fan of skating at all, but the games themselves were incredible. I'm having high hopes for this one. Okay, so last week I alluded to the fact that Epic Games were going to announce a title at the VGA Awards. This title is called Fortnite. It's a play on words because you make a fort in a kind of tower defense style game. They're clever like that, aren't they, Epic? It's got a cartoony kind of design. I'm not sure if it's actually cel shaded, but it looks a bit weird, but it looks kind of cool. I'm not a massive fan of tower defense games, I've got to say, but anyone that is, you might want to check out the screenshots they released. I'm sure Epic will do quite a good job. They normally do. But overall, that was quite a disappointing announcement for me. I expected something a bit more cool than a tower defense game, but that's just me. Okay, Metal Gear Rising is now called Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, which I have no idea what the hell they're playing at with that one. Revengeance isn't even a word. But now it's being developed by Platinum Games, so these are the guys that did Bayonetta and Vanquish, so very good games by all accounts. But this is kind of a weird one, how they've changed developers and changed name and not really given so much as an explanation. And even though Platinum Games obviously have made some good games, it's kind of gone down on my list of interest because I'm sure that Konami would have made a better game than Platinum Games could. No disrespect to them. Okay, the 3DS Ambassador Program. So this is the early adopters of the 3DS are getting their new Game Boy Advance games to download. This includes myself. So basically, because they dropped the price of the 3DS quite considerably, Nintendo, they're basically giving the early adopters some kind of compensation in the form of NES games and Game Boy Advance games to download. So you've got your 10 games. These are F-Zero, Super Mario Advance 3, Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Mario Kart Advance, Mario vs Donkey Kong, Metroid Fusion, Wario Land 4, WarioWare, Inc. Let's take a breath after that. So yeah, they are 10 very good games for those of you that aren't aware. Good job, Nintendo. It's always nice to give something back. Real Madrid just scored, for the love of God. This happens way too often. Okay, another one carrying on from last week was, after the announcement of South Park the game, there's some more details coming out of the woodwork. Apparently it's going to be like Paper Mario, which I think will be awesome. It's admittedly not what I had in mind when I heard that Obsidian were making it. I thought it was kind of going to be a 3D Fallout kind of game for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. I had it pictured in my mind. But Paper Mario is a really fun RPG and I'm sure it'll be kick-ass. It's got turn-based combat, and I'm just sure that they'll make an awesome game because the South Park universe and all the characters that they've got, it would kind of be hard to make a sucky RPG. I've just jinxed it. I know they're going to make a terrible one now. I really hope they don't. But I've got very high hopes for this game. Okay, according to a CNET report, longtime Microsoft General Manager of Design, Don Coiner, has been replaced by Emma Williams, and she is in charge of the development of the new Xbox. I'm not sure what that entails because I'm 99% sure the new Xbox is pretty much finito in terms of design. Maybe it's the marketing side of it, I guess, I don't know. But the expected release date now is 2013 from several rumours that I've read this week, which I think is the most likely release date for it, so there's a bit more news on the Xbox 720 front. And we'll finish on a high note. It's not necessarily a high note, but it is for Bethesda, because The Elder Scrolls Skyrim has shipped 10 million units, and it has become Steam's fastest ever selling game. So, round of applause for Bethesda, please, because they are very good sales numbers. I know ship doesn't mean sales, it's going to turn into sales. And the fact that it's Steam's fastest ever selling game is incredible because games get pirated so damn much on PC, especially single player games, but they've obviously done enough to warrant getting the purchases that it deserves. So let this be a message to PC game developers. If you make games good enough and don't shaft PC gamers by taking features out that are in the console versions, then people will buy your game. Not everyone's a pirate on the PC, just a lot of people. Okay, so I've got some notes to update you all on. I've got 79 subscribers now, so that's risen quite a lot, which I'm very grateful for. It's kind of going up quite dramatically. I wouldn't say dramatically, but at a steady rate, which is encouraging. My stupid potato PlayStation video got me like 6 subscribers, so here it comes, the big one. I'm going to do one for the Xbox 720, and I don't know what I'm going to do for it, but I can tell you that it's going to be a lot more epic than just a potato with a disc stuck in it. And I realised that I didn't do a wishlist video this week. That was mainly due to time constraints because I had like a 22-page essay in for university and I had to finish that, and if I was doing videos left, right and centre, then there was no chance of doing that on time. But now I finally got some time. There will be a new wishlist video next week, which will at this point most likely be either Halo 4 or Gears of War 4. In fact, the fact that I've done Gears of War videos for like the last couple of weeks, I'll probably do Halo 4. So, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. See ya.